So guys, for this effect, I'll need a shuffle pack of playing cards. And before I even begin, I made a little prediction, and I will show what it is in a moment. Before we do so, please just follow my instructions. Take the pack into your hand and cut around half, maybe less than half of the cards. And turn these facing up onto the pack. Now repeat the same process again, but this time use more than a half of the cards. And the card we end up on top is going to be an indicator card. In this case, the Six of Clubs. Now the Six of Clubs is going to be the indicator for the remaining part of this effect. What the indicator is pretty simple. As you can see, we are left with like facing up cards on top and facing down cards on the bottom. As we already can see what the facing up cards are, we will use the facing down ones. And here we are going to use the indicator, which is a 6, meaning we will take a look at the 6th facing down card. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now imagine this. We had a shuffle pack of playing cards. You cut the pack twice, real up to your choice, and you ended up with the 6th as our indicator. We take a look at the 6 cards from the facing down ones, which is the Ace of Hearts. Now before we even began, I made a prediction. And I will tell you, I tried to guess the suit of the card. And in this case, I did really guess. It was a heart. Now I suppose it's pretty impressive, but when you think about it, it is like a chance, like 1 out of 4, as there are only 4 suits in the pack. So it can get better than that, and it will get better. I guarantee you that, because I will try something pretty difficult. Instead, 1 out of 4, I will try out 1 out of 52, meaning I will try to guess the whole card. So let me do that right now. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but I'll just have the feeling of this card over here that I'm writing down right now. I'm not gonna show it to you. I will reveal it at the end. So this is gonna be my prediction. Turn this around, so it is in view the whole entire time. As we already have an indicator, I'll just need you to cut the pack again, only one time. Again, just maybe more than a half of the cards will do, and turn these around. Now again, as we don't want to have something to do with the facing up ones, we'll just cut to the facing down ones. And as 6 is the indicator, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we will take a look at the 6th card over here. Imagine this. 1 out of 4 did work. Here I have 1 out of 52, and you picked the Jack of Clubs. Now I believe I do not have to recap the whole impossibility of this whole effect, how it would look like if you made different choices. In this case, we ended up with the 6 of Clubs. Sorry, the Jack of Clubs actually. And my prediction just happens to be the Jack of Clubs. So guys, let me teach you this very fooling card trick. Now it is basically a trick based on a very well-known force actually in card magic. It is the cut deeper force by Balducci. Now for some reason magicians don't really use it. I don't know why, probably because it is too simple, but they do forget about the fact that it will definitely fool your spectators. And also because it is approached in a very different way in this effect, even magicians might struggle when trying to figure this out. So I'm pretty sure you will love this. So the setup for this effect is pretty simple. You need a little stack on top of the pack, which is the 13 cards on top of the pack. These are basically just 13 cards from the same suit. They can be shuffled. Okay, in this case, I just went for hearts. You can use any suit you want. And these go on top of the pack. Now, if you want to, you can make a prediction, which is going to be matching the stack, in this case a heart, or you can make the prediction as you're performing. You take your prediction and place it facing down on the table. You can now take the pack and shuffle them, okay? You just don't want to shuffle the top stack of the pack. Once the spectators are satisfied with the shuffle, you will now ask them to follow your instructions. Now, you will basically do the Balducci cut deeper force. If you don't know how to do it, I will go quickly through it during this effect. What's going to happen is this. You will ask the spectator to cut maybe a little less than half of the cards. And what you're looking for is that they pass the 13 cards from the top. If they should cut 2 less cards, just tell them, you know what, just cut a little deeper so it's even more difficult. So they do that. Once they have done it, ask them to place it facing up on top of the pack. Ask them to repeat the same process again, but this time more than half of the cards. So they cut and turn it around. Now you will say that the topmost card is going to be your indicator card. You take it and you say it's going to be the indicator for the rest of this trick. Now you will explain what the indicator card is. As you're explaining, you will spread the pack. The secret thing, as you are explaining the whole thing, is going to be this. As our indicator card is a 2, you will remember the second card, in this case, from the facing up pile, from the bottom. So 1 and 2, in this case, the 5 of clubs. Okay, and this is happening in your mind as you're explaining. So do not forget about the 5 of clubs. Once you have explained it, you say, okay, let's take a look at the second facing down card, 1 and 2, place it out. And as these 13 cards are actually the stack that you have placed on top of the pack, this is of course going to be a heart. Square everything up, recap what you did, show it is a heart, and reveal your prediction. Now tell them it's impressive, but it can get better, as this is just a 1 out of 4 chance. You take another piece of paper, and now you will predict a whole card. And the card that you will predict is going to be the card you just remembered a second ago, which was the 5 of clubs. Place it on the table, and you will just repeat the same process of the cut deeper force. Ask them to cut deeper than half of the cards and turn them around. This time, there is a little thing that you have to take care of. You can't spread the cards, as you will reveal those hearts next to each other. Instead, what I do is this. I spread, but only a few cards from the top, so I don't show them the hearts. And I say, you know what? Again, we will not use the facing up cards. Instead, we will use the facing down cards. And because of the natural break between the facing down and the facing up cards, I can lift up very easily, show these are turned around, and place these here. Now I count to the second card, 1, 2, and I'm pretty much done. Get rid of these cards, shuffle them so you get rid of that stack. It is of course going to be your 5 of clubs. And of course, the kicker ending, you really guessed it right, the 5 of clubs. As you guys can see, a very simple effect based on a very simple fooling card force, which is the Balducci's cut deeper force. In my opinion, this is like a very great application for this card force. If you liked it, as always, let me know by leaving a thumbs up on this video and of course comments in the comment section below. That was the video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I see you next time.